It's Minutes with BJ. Man, let's get it in. So, the word of the day is this. What are you made of? What are you made of? So, when I was a little boy, probably from the age of 3 to 10, I had a fascination with toys, but in particular, any type of electronics. So that's race cars, robots, trains, anything that you could put a battery in and it would be able to run. I had an obsession with them. But what I was obsessed with is what made them work. So if I would say it was Christmas or something, I get the gift on 25th, I would play with it for a couple of days, and at least by the 30th, I had it tore up all in pieces because the way my mind worked was I was so fascinated by what I saw on the outside that I know was something inside that made it move. So because of that curiosity, I had to find out what was it made of. So when I think about that, it allows me to understand how I think today because I'm trying to figure out what am I made of. So at different points in my life when I would talk to people, whatever it was, different occasions in my life, and people ask me, Brandon, what is your greatest fear? So from high school, even into today, my greatest fear is always not living up to my full potential. So what I'll respond to that question was, my fear is that I won't be successful. But the idea of being successful will be things that I've established that I think I need to accomplish for myself, either in a time frame or a yearly frame or something like that. And yet if I don't do it, if I don't accomplish that goal and I won't be successful, that is my fear. My fear is not failure. My fear is not what people think. And so because of that, even from a little boy, people always deem me as he different, or he's destructive, or you're unthankful. They would look at, hey, I spent my money on this toy, and all of a sudden you tore it up, you ripped it to pieces. How ungrateful are you? So I always felt, disconnected. I felt ostracized a lot of times based on the way I thought, because for me, I'm thankful for the toy. I play with it the way that you thought I should play with it. But for myself, for me, not for anybody else, but for me, I had to figure out what it was made of. So I think about this so much in my life because when I talk to people and I read down, ask them questions, especially with the no limitations mentality, and I ask them, what are you made of? And I say it again, I have yet to ask a person I may know personally and they actually have a good answer. So what it makes me think of is that you don't know what's in you. You have no clue what you're made of. So if you don't know, that means that you're touting what you're made of based on what you've already accomplished. But if you're anywhere between the age of 20 and 55, how can you not know what you're made of when you live that many years in this life? And it's because the things or the road that you've always taken is the road that everyone else has already paid for you. It's already mapped out. You can already see when you look down the street, you can already see what's there. So you don't understand. If your back was against the wall, if there was no one to call, if you're on a deserted island, you wouldn't know what you would do. And to me, that's a sad reality because in this life or life in general is meant to whoop our butt. So what are you made of? What are you made of? So I hope that this challenges the way you think. If you watched this video and you thought to yourself, I'm not really sure what I'm made of, I would implore you today to try to gravitate to a mentality of limitless, a mentality of no limitations, and try that thing. Make that goal. Do that thing that you've been thinking about. Just try it. Just try it just to see if it fulfills you at all. And then you begin to understand what it's like to be limitless. Grace and peace.